Welcome to otakusandgeeks.com. Justin here, back with more video game reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing Ys 9 Monstrum Nox, which is available for your Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. This is reviewed on my Nintendo Switch Lite, and as always, I give you a brief synopsis, so here we go. Adol is cursed by a mysterious woman and becomes a monstrum, a powerful being who can exorcise monsters. To escape from the city of Balduq, he must ally with 5 other monstrums, each with their own unique gifts, and stop the Grimwald Nox, a shadowy dimension on the verge of overflowing into the real world. And one thing I have to say about the Ys series is that I personally feel that this is still, with 9 entries in, this is still an underrated JRPG franchise. I don't know why. I just feel like Ys is not talked about as much as Final Fantasy, Tales, Persona, or even Star Ocean. That's just me. But anyway, as far as how the story is pretty solid. It's exactly what you expect. Adol is on another adventure where he has to help the people. He has to figure out things. He gets new powers, new experiences. And for this one, I really did enjoy the story. We had some really good, compelling characters. If it came to the monstrums, I thought it was a nice, cool concept of him being able to control this type of beast and turn into this type of creature and gain these new powers. I thought it was pretty good. Final battle was awesome too. It's a really great story. It's something you expect from a JRPG. It does have some of its tropes that you expect that JRPGs have. But I did enjoy the story most of all, and the acting as well. I really did enjoy it. I thought Ys Story 9 was really good. But now, as far as gameplay goes, if you have never played Ys game, this is an action JRPG. And this one on the Switch Lite, it played fluently on the handheld mode. I enjoyed the gameplay. You have various attacks. Of course, you have your light, you have your heavy attacks, and you also have your special attacks, which you're able to see on the lower of the screen here. All you have to do is press the R button on your Nintendo Switch, and you get to select either of the correspondence of Y, X, A, and B, and Adol will be able to do special attacks, as you can see here. But you don't just control Adol as well. You're able to switch into other of their Monstrum team who also had their own unique abilities, all their own unique attacks. And the crazy part about that is that certain characters will do more damage to the enemies because they specialize in certain weaknesses, and they're able to exploit certain weaknesses. So it's fun to figure out which attacks work with which enemy. And I thought for the most part the gameplay is solid. It's just as solid as ever. If you played Ys 9, it has the same type of gameplay there. So you'll really enjoy just fitting right back into it. Nothing really heavy tutorial wise. There are a couple of new additions here that you're able to do when you're exploring the town with Adol, with the monster. And you're able to fly, you're able to run up on walls, which is something I'm actually going to talk about right now as we explore a little bit of the town here. Now, one thing I love about JRPGs is the ability to explore towns. If a JRPG doesn't really have towns, I'm really not feeling it right now. But as I always said before, Adol is able to do certain things with his monstrum powers. He's able to climb walls. He's able to dash and up and leap against rooftops. He's also able to fly. And as you become friends with other monsters, you gain their abilities as well, which helps you with certain quests, and it helps you with certain battles as well, which I thought was really good. Now, as you're exploring the town here, there's a lot of stuff that you can do, obviously, when you're exploring the town. You can buy stuff that's going to aid your team and party, such as weapon upgrades, magic, of course, accessories. You know, obviously, you're searching stores and you're purchasing things to higher your MP, higher your strength, higher your defense. It wouldn't be an RPG without it. Now, graphically, we have to talk a little bit about the graphics here on the Switch Lite. I am not a graphics whore. If you've seen all my reviews or all my video game reviews, I am not a graphics whore. I don't really care too much about graphics. Me personally, I think it looks pretty decent on the Switch Lite. I would say that it is. You can see that a little bit of the resolution. Definitely, you can really feel the downgrade compared to the PlayStation or the Xbox, or even just on your regular Switch. You can really see on the Switch Lite, it is a little bit rough, especially when it comes to the environment and the textures. It isn't a deal breaker. It isn't a killer. But if you're someone who really is into the graphics and want to see this game in its full graphical power, I would suggest getting it either on the Switch console or the PlayStation PC, especially the PC, obviously the PC overlords, and the Xbox if you want to see it really at its full power. But overall, this was a solid addition. I really did enjoy it. It is a fun game to play, really good story, great characters, and like I said, I don't know why this franchise is not as talked about as Final Fantasy, as Tales, as Persona. I think this is a very underrated, underappreciated RPG series. Maybe this is just me. Comment below what you let me know. What did you think of the Yeast series? Have you ever played one? And that's pretty much it. This is Justin from otakusandgeeks.com. Oh, by the way, this is a buy. I mean, it came out last year, but this is a buy. Buy the game. It's fun as hell. And this is Justin from otakusandgeeks.com. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And of course, visit us on all social media channels. But most importantly, visit otakusandgeeks.com. Later days.